Okay, let's talk testing. Hello.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Oh, this is gonna be a wonderful
Yeah.
experience.
Welcome to our first podcast. I'm here with my good friend, Tamara. Say
That's
hello.
me.
Oh my god.
Yes, hello.
Okay, we are going to talk about this year.
Yes.
Yes.
The year of
Should-
2020.
Let's start
The
with January.
roaring 20s.
Let's start with January.
All right, what happened in January?
I don't remember.
Well, I don't remember what happened in January.
What was I doing?
Parasite.
The movie.
Oscars.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and
Bong Joon-ho.
and then after Parasite, I remember I watched it, thought this was good for a foreign film here in America.
For a foreign film, yeah.
Yeah, here in America.
Here in America.
Cannot believe that.
Where we had to read subtitles. Can you believe
Yes.
that?
Yeah, I love. You and I watch subtitles. Why?
We watch subtitles, yes.
Wait, what did I say? What did I say?
we read subtitles.
That's what I said.
We watch the movie, yes.
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, I feel like I can see whatever I'm watching better. When
Yes.
I have the captions.
What you trying to say? Okay.
And then do you ever feel
Okay.
when you're hanging out with friends and they're watching whatever they're watching, do you secretly wish they would turn the subtitles on?
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
me.
I'm at that age where I feel like I can't watch a movie without subtitles now. Yeah.
Well, I'm at that age where I can't hear.
You just can't hear. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah.
All that you're watching.
All right, but whenever we had to watch Parasite, and you had to have them on if you didn't know the language.
Yeah, you did.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then it was normal to me.
Yeah, you had practice.
But no.
good
The
practice.
movie before Parasite. I think this is like 2019 though, 2018.
Okay.
A Quiet Place. You remember, and everyone was like, "We have to." I had to read the entire time or whatever, and then people would talk about this is raising awareness for the importance of perhaps
Perhaps.
having captions on all the time whenever you're in a movie theater and they're always on. I would like that. I would not mind that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah. Like how some people are like, with this whole pandemic thing, I'm gonna always wear masks. Yeah. This movie did that, right? Like
What?
that movie did that. I always want subtitles. That could be like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And now
You
people,
follow? I feel like you don't
yes,
follow.
because there are many people who are like, let's keep masks. I would like
Let's
to wear
keep
them
'em.
all the time.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's another thing we could talk about in this year in review.
Okay,
Masks
all right.
and why we're suddenly wearing them.
Yes.
Why are we wearing masks all of a sudden?
We're wearing.
What happened?
We have to wear them
Why is that? What happened?
because
What happened in
there are
February
these
slash
there are
March?
these
We'll move on to the next month.
there are these particles in the air that can attack your body and from the inside and degrade it.
Oh.
Literally, the COVID-19.
COVID-19.
So February. Then what? The only thing I can think about with February is another day at work, maybe the Super Bowl, and then people like Shakira is prettier.
Beyonce.
She dances better than J Lo.
Better.
J Lo's a slut.
Oh, was it not
stripper.
Beyonce? Sorry, it was J-Lo.
It was J Lo.
Okay, sorry. I got it mixed up with Beyonce.
And so people like J Lo's she's a stripper. She's just pulled. That's all she wants to do now. Shakira was more, I don't know the word. She's just better. She dances. She's not trashy.
She's got that Latin heat.
Yeah. J Lo has that Latin heat.
Oh yeah, they're both Latinas.
And I don't know. So I remember that happened, and I was like, "Why are we comparing them? They're both great. I will be the first one
That whole thing,
to protect or defend her."
pitting women against each other.
Pitting
That's what it is.
women against each other, just like pitting this virus against the American people. Democracy.
Mm-hmm.
Democracy. Let's talk about that.
Democracy.
Moving into March,
All right.
quarantine began,
Yes.
and then we were like, "This can't be real.
It can't be real. It's not gonna last.
It's not gonna
It will
last."
be like a week or two at best.
I will say
And then it dragged
I
on
did
and
not
on.
mind having an extra week off in spring break.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When they were like, well, you might have to work from home, I
I'm
was like, hell yeah, I'll take it.
Well, okay.
You know what else came out in March? That's
A movie?
a game.
Animal Crossing.
Yes.
You played it.
It got us through.
You don't play it that
No,
much
I
anymore.
don't play it that much. No.
All you care about is Super Mario Maker.
Yeah.
I always think of it as Mario Builder.
Mario Builder. I
Mario
mean,
Builder
technically, I
4.0?
guess it is.
I mean 2.0. Something like that. Okay,
My.
so but what did you think about the game? You are the expert. You know it.
I thought it was great. It was a godsend. It helped us to survive.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are there things you wish you would have done more for your island? Looking back now,
Oh,
you
yeah.
made it so huge. You bought your house.
Mm-hmm.
You made friends.
I
You
did.
were happy to kick some people off of your island, replace
Mhm.
with new people.
Got rid of Roscoe.
wait, who was that pig?
Yeah. No,
No.
he was a hippo.
The same thing.
Yeah.
It's a
Mhm.
wait, Roscoe.
Roscoe, I think, or Rocco, something like that.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't even care to remember his name.
I thought he was very educated.
No,
Very
he was pretentious. That's what.
prim
he
and
was.
proper.
Pretentious. Anyways, yeah, it was great. It was great.
Oh, things you wish you could have done more.
Be better at designing it, I guess. I mean, that's not really what I could have done more, but I guess what I could have done better.
What? Oh, is there something expensive that you haven't bought yet, but you'd be like, this is a big purchase, and I wanted this is
In the game?
in the game.
Oh, okay.
In your life.
In my life.
The house.
Yeah, exactly. A billiard table.
How much are those?
I don't know.
How many
Oh, a
bells?
lot. Too much.
Over 20,000 bells, you think?
Yeah. Yeah, too many bells.
All right.
Bells are hard to come by.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, you get bells
like
by
real
doing
money.
what? What do you do?
Everything. The most mundane things.
Oh.
Fishing. Turnips.
Oh yes, giving things to the library.
Yeah. The
But, I mean,
library. The
The
museum.
museum. We know why you need a library. They should
We
make a
should
li-
have a library.
You
I don't
have
know
a
what the hell
museum?
you would do. Just read books.
Read
when
books.
you could do that in real life, but okay.
They could have. They could do something with that. It's like books that only exist in that universe. So it could be like you
Like
can-
potential authors could like publish their work in Animal Crossing or something.
Oh yes.
Yes.
And then and let's say that there's a
like
certain
indie
author,
writers.
a certain storyteller that you get into, and you're like, oh, I can't wait for their next one to come out. I don't know, like in the next, and they try to make it as realistic as possible. You gotta wait till next year.
You gotta wait for that sequel.
You gotta wait for it.
Yeah.
Or that singer. Who's that singer? That animal in there? That
Oh, KK Slider.
KK side. He could have a magazine section and little
Mhm.
and then you can read like what he's doing and whatnot.
Okay, yeah. We can see what he's up to. Yeah.
What is he
what
doing?
literature are you into, KK?
Literature.
Yes, literature.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so we'll move on. April. April.
I don't.
I don't know
Nothing
what
comes to
happened in
mind.
April.
Nothing comes to mind.
Easter.
Well, April. All I think about is quarantine. That became real. It's like, okay, we got.
When you realized we were going into the next month and we were like, shit.
It's getting worse.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think it was around that time I was trying to find out how to make my own mask. I think it was around that time making my own mask.
Yeah,
Late
okay.
March, early April, and I cut up my pillowcase,
and
and I made it for you too.
Yeah,
you
we
made
had
it.
matching masks.
Yes, we
matching
did.
pillowcase masks because we
Be-
refused to like buy it.
No,
legit
because we
masks.
couldn't find them.
Oh, were they sold out?
They were
I can't
all
remember.
sold out.
Oh,
Couldn't
okay.
get toilet paper. Couldn't get sanitation wipes.
No
Sanitation
Lysol.
wipes. Wait, is that right? Sanitation. Yeah.
sanitary wipes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sanitation wipes. Sanitary wipes. There we go. I couldn't get anything. Nothing.
Mm-mm. Shells were
No
clear.
glove. Not even gloves.
Mm-mm.
Nothing.
Toilet paper of all things.
And
Not water. Not I don't know chicken. No,
Nothing.
actually the meat was kind of low too, right?
no, I don't think so. I feel like every time I went to
Mm-hmm.
I guess it depends on what meats you bought. But I remember when I wanted to get like chicken or turkey slices, I
Mhm.
never had a problem getting that. But I remember thinking, oh my gosh, I bet you that chicken's gone. But then I would go there and there, at least in our HEB, we had it.
Oh yeah.
We are in and
You can't give us. You
Our
can't give
local-
away our location.
our-
Our locale.
I'll bleep that out, and you have to guess it.
You
HEB
gotta
somewhere in this region.
Somewhere.
Wait, what?
What? I don't know.
Okay. So
All right, so then you want to move on to the next month? Nothing really happened other than the fact that we were looking for toilet paper,
no masks, nothing.
meats, and masks. Okay. All right.
No meats, no masks.
Yeah.
All
right.
What
So what's after April? January, February, March, April, May.
Okay, I
The
remember.
beginning of summer.
Yes, I remember May. I think it was on May. I was running low on toilet paper because I would usually buy those
Everybody else.
like 6-pack. I
Uh-huh.
think 6-pack,
Uh-huh.
and they would last me a while. But then I couldn't find toilet paper for the longest time, or they would be selling like the 20-pack. And I'm like, absolutely not.
Yeah, it's
I'm
all
not going to pay like
expensive.
$20 for that,
Yeah.
or however much they were selling for. But my mom came to my rescue, and I went and when I saw her. Actually, I think that was in June. Okay, never. I'm skipping ahead.
Well, we don't have to go by month.
Okay,
Because now that I realize all the major things that happen in the year, we probably don't really know what month they happened. So we're gonna end up skipping over things.
Well, we're going into March. It was first week.
No,
of,
we're not. We're going into May.
I mean June. First.
June.
Well,
Okay,
first,
we're going.
We'll
May
come
too.
back to May
All right.
because the beach.
Oh yeah, we went to the
Yes.
beach where you almost died.
I almost died. Got burnt to a crisp and almost died.
We got burnt up.
But we'll come back to that.
Mhm.
But yes, first week of June, my mom celebrated her 50th birthday.
Mhm.
And that's when I told her about having a hard time finding toilet paper. And she buys like all the time. Go into her house, it's a store.
Oh yeah, I know it.
It's all over the place.
Lots of
And she
orders.
had like a huge pack. I think it was like a 20-pack toilet paper. The Walmart version, the Great Value version, their ultra soft version of like Charmin, I guess. And it was, you know what, for Walmart, for that, I guess that would be considered the upgraded product of theirs. It was actually pretty good. I'm very particular about my toilet paper.
I know.
Does it hurt? Does it scrape?
Mhm.
Does it feel like
You
lotion?
treat your buttocks to only the finest.
Yes. No, you can say butthole.
Butthole. Booty hole.
My booty hole.
Yeah.
My anal cavity.
Really get in there.
Yes. Sometimes it gets damaged.
God.
Whenever I'm in the bathroom and when it gets very intense in the bathroom, it gets
Yeah.
damaged. But other than that, I mean, you know, it's I try my best to only use the best.
Only use the best.
You like that?
Yes. Yes, I love
All right, okay.
Okay.
And then at the beach, nothing. Remember, nothing but like, well, not nothing, but virtually all the flags were Trump flags.
Yeah, so I
Trump.
was gonna bring it back around to that, right? Because we're doing year in review.
Yeah,
Okay,
circle
so
it back,
finally
circle it back.
beaches open up, right? At least where we are. During COVID-19.
COVID.
Yes, and then we get there, and virtually mostly Trump flags. But that brings us to the next topic, the election. No,
Yes.
since we're talking about what do you think about
He
that?
won. We knew.
Uh-huh.
We knew who won.
We knew
We've
it.
been knowing.
We've been knowing.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
And I will say I was very nervous. Like 2016, I was kind of like, oh, this is kind of important.
I
But I didn't think
don't think any of us.
Trump would
yeah.
win that election. I was like, there's really no way. Yeah, he's doing
And
well.
that's probably
Okay.
the reason he did win. Was because so many people didn't think he would win. They didn't show up to the polls.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I showed up to the polls.
I know.
I showed up to the
I
polls.
know it. It wasn't my fault, okay?
And so, but this year, November, whatever, what day was that? November 4th, 6th? I don't know what day it was. But the first week of November, that night, I refused to check any of the results. I was like, I'm not looking because I actually think this man has a chance to be reelected. This is
good
crazy.
portion.
All these people are voting for him again. This is 50 Shades of Crazy, right? And so I would not check the results. And because again, I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if he was going to win. And, you know, being a historian, I was thinking we haven't broken this pattern of reelected presidents. You know, Bill Clinton reelected twice, and then Bush followed.
Like we feel like
George,
they have to be.
it's like lately, it's
reelected.
like they have to get their 8 years.
Mhm.
And so you had Clinton, Bush, Obama, 3 presidents in a row reelected. And I was like, is Trump going to be the person to break that pattern? I'm like, I feel like at the rate that he's going, he's not gonna break that pound, but he did. Absolutely. And then, but back again, I didn't want to check the results until one of my friends was texting me and telling me he's Biden actually doing so. He's winning all these states. He's actually has a shot. And I was thinking, that's like what happened with Hillary.
Yeah.
That's what they have out. But no, I was like, let me just check for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when it was like around, I don't know, like getting close to midnight after midnight.
Was it when Georgia flipped? Would you say?
No, hours before.
Hours
No,
before
no,
Georgia?
Georgia. I think that was date. I think Georgia was like a few days after.
Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? Yeah, you might be right.
But I
Or when he won Michigan.
I think it's when they called Michigan for Biden and Arizona.
Wisconsin. Yeah, Arizona.
Arizona, and that was like okay. And I remember it was like I said, it was around midnight that I was actually refreshing that electoral college map page on Google that
Yeah.
provided by the AP News, and it was so neck and neck, but Biden was always ahead. Every time I checked, he was never behind. I was like, okay, this is good. And then they were calling those few states, and it pushed him more and more over and closer. And I was like, okay, all right, maybe he has a shot. And I was looking at the states that hadn't been called yet, and I was like, okay, if he can win these states mathematically, he doesn't need these other ones. Just win these, and it looks like he has a shot at it. And then after, I think the next day, when much of the precincts had reported in, it was clear that he got close enough that once they resolve, he was probably going to win and get the majority necessary. I thought, okay, it's one and done. It's Biden. And then Georgia flipped a few days later, and it's like, okay, he's won. There's no, you can't dispute that. And then after that, a whole month, here we are.
Still
month later, and
still trying.
The whole
the
thing.
Electoral College vote.
And then yesterday, they certified his win.
Yeah. We got Putin on board.
Mitch
and
McConnell.
Mitch McConnell on board by this point. Yeah, so that's great.
I'm happy that our country is being saved. Our country is surviving, but our democracy is very flawed right now.
It's fragile, quite fragile.
In 4 years, a lot has been undermined. That confidence, crisis in confidence, part 2.
Ooh.
Yes, you love that.
For the next episode.
Yes. When we come back, I don't know when, but this was great. This was a nice little chat.
A nice little chat.
Yes. Let us know. Did you like us? Did you not like it?
Did you not like
But
us?
I had fun. Let's do this again. I don't care if anyone watches this. We're gonna have to keep doing this again. And these are like diary entries for us.
And then shout out to Ruth Bader Ginsburg, RBG.
Yes.
Kobe Bryant. I guess, if you're into sports. I mean, obviously, we still have to pay respects to him. No disrespect. And then the civil rights activist.
John Lewis,
yes.
John Lewis.
Yes, of course.
And another shout out, a
list.
great shout out to someone still alive, Stacey Abrams.
Yeah.
For the magnificent grassroots in the dirt, in the soil. That's why we call it grassroots. Foot soldiers, her efforts to encourage, empower people in her state of Georgia to say, you know what, we're not going to take this anymore. We're not taking it. And we're going to go and vote. And then guess what? That's what flipped. And guess what? They have to flip it again. Because it was like, they don't know who won those Senate races. And we have to, we need to make sure that, I don't know, that one guy that I hear a lot, John Ossoff, he's a Democrat. We need more people like him. Anyways, to be elected because he's a nice person.
He's a nice man.
He cares. I watched some of his speeches, and he was very upset that his the person he's challenging would not even go to a certain debate because of the privilege that one man felt like, I don't have to debate you. I'm going to win the runoff anyway. But you know what? Stacey Abrams and her foot soldiers, her soldiers on the ground. Y'all need to bring that fire again. But you know what? Don't even bring the nuclear fire.
Yeah.
We need numbers. We need them high numbers.
We need that blue southern state.
Yes.
Be that blue southern state. Georgia. Did George Floyd happen this year?
Yes.
She needs to be another shout out. There.
Yes, yes, and that other woman, Breonna Taylor.
Yes.
Breonna, we cannot forget her either.
No.
Absolutely not. And then all these other people who also were unjustly killed by the state. Think about it that way. People who are operating for the state, paid by the state. It's the state killing them.
Killing them.
Yeah. It's hyperbolic, I know,
Uh-huh.
but it's still the same.
It needs to be said.
It needs to be said, and I'm gonna say it.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it.
We hear
you. know what else happened this?
What else?
This year?
Something happier?
That no.
No. Okay.
I was putting together this event, and I just, I was like, you know what? We are going to have an event where undergraduate and graduate history students can learn about the different career opportunities for them. I gathered together several speakers from different careers. I had a journalist there. I had people from higher education there. I also had a person working in historic preservation, different fields. So students can just go on Zoom and then meet with those people to learn about their career and yada, yada, yada. All right. Anyway, so that was the whole purpose.
Yeah.
I found the volunteers. We settled on a date, a Wednesday evening. And it turned out one person who felt like, if I'm being attacked, the whole world is being attacked, that this was the worst day and time to hold an event. And she was like, can you please reschedule it?
Yeah.
And I said, and in the email,
anticipate my needs.
Yes, anticipate that. How dare you not even ask me? I'm like, I didn't have to ask you because you knew I was putting this event together. You were on that mailer that everyone got. And you saw my Facebook post where I was telling people I have this idea. So this person knew I was putting this together. She wanted to know the details and what was going on. She could have reached out to me specifically. By her logic, I guess I have to send updates to every single history professor at that university.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Who has the time to do it? I don't have that time. Anyway, so she asked me reschedule it. Well, she suggested. She said that she could perhaps reschedule her own event because she had her own event that same day, about an hour before mine was supposed to start. And I told her I'll see what I can do, but I don't think I can change the day because it's the volunteers who said that was the best time that they could make the event and talk. And then she replied back, I offered a solution. I was like, the students don't have to stay there the entire time. It's just you come in, go. You want to stay for just 10 minutes, get the information that you need from one person. All right, you don't have to stay the entire time.
Yeah.
That was my solution. She replied, caps.
All caps.
Tammy, you read it because I didn't. I was afraid of what she could say to that, and my fears were confirmed. What was running through your mind when you read it first to give me a heads up?
I read it and I was screaming in my own head what she was saying. I was like, "Ooh, this woman's got a loud voice.
Yes,
she's angry. She wants her way." How do I tell this to Brandon? How do I break it to him that this isn't a very nice email?
You said something to the effect of, it's not bad, she understands, but
I was trying to sugarcoat
I would take it personally. Yes, absolutely. She did understand, but felt the need to tell me, communicate with me in the future with the department. I'm like, I actually did communicate with the department. I almost said a mean word. And I was like, no, I'm not going to say it. Can't do that. But yes.
Yes.
What? Communicate with the department. But I'm like, yes, I did. Professors got that information. I was putting this together.
Yeah.
Anyways, and then telling me, next semester, if you want to have any event, perhaps a Wednesday evening is not great because we have a lot of classes happening Wednesday evenings. Well, I'm like, why am I only catering to those students?
Yeah.
They
happen to be your students.
I don't know. And so in the end, She concluded her follow up with, "So good luck with your event." Well, you know what? Over 20 people attended my event, and what? It
Mm.
was successful.
Uh-huh.
People showed up. Whether or not she sent them to me because she said she was going to let them know. If she did that, I guess thanks. But it was still successful with or without her help. People
Oh.
showed up. And what?
And what?
Eat that, eat it, smother it with sugar.
Sugar,
I don't
okay.
know, with dumplings.
All right,
But yeah. So there you go. I was just so upset
And that was the biggest shocker of the year for you.
personally. Yes. Oh my
2020.
God.
You will always remember that
I
as
will.
the year
Yes.
that a doctor yelled at you in an email.
Yes.
Yes.
I told the department chair, I'll follow up with you. I think this was probably not the best way. She never followed up with me.
No.
And I never responded to that message that
Yeah.
initial professor sent me. I was like, absolutely no. And I was thinking of replying, don't you ever talk to me like that ever again. I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'll be the bigger person, not reply.
You take that high road.
And my silence will let you know that I don't like you right
I
now.
don't appreciate
Perhaps
you.
never. Perhaps never again.
You burnt that bridge.
Yes, you burned. I was tired of being on that rinkety dink bridge that she constructed.
Ooh, yes.
And I'm like, I gotta
What
get
a-
off of it.
What a visual.
I gotta get off of
Yes.
that bridge
Yes.
and go swimming.
Swimming.
I have to
Try not
practice.
to drown.
I
Yeah.
have to practice.
You need to become a strong
All right.
swimmer.
All right. So I guess
Right.
that's it.
Yeah.
I don't know what
on
else.
that note, we'll end it on a
Something
personal story.
Okay, personal story. Okay, I was like,
No,
okay.
that is your personal story.
Okay, no, I was
Yeah.
like, okay, something positive then. Something positive. Okay, dogs, lights. My
this
tree lights
year.
died.
Yeah.
My Christmas tree lights are no more.
Tree lights. Positive. We still have Christmas this year,
Yeah.
and the year will be over.
I fixed my
in
headlights.
A week or two.
That's a good story.
Yeah, that's a good story.
I
too.
restored my headlights. I bought this great new lens. Please try it out. NULENS. New lens. And you need a drill.
Not sponsored.
Of course not sponsored because no one's ever give us money.
Mm-mm.
And so yes,
Of
very
course.
easy to use. Wonderful. You start out with an 8,000 grit, then you move up to a 1,500 grit, and then 3,000 grit.
He's speaking from experience.
Yes.
Mhm.
And you just take your time. You buff it. You spin it out.
Mhm.
And
You
then it
polish
was like
the shit out of it.
I almost couldn't see the road anymore.
He cried.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.
I bet you did.
All right. So thank you for listening in. Hopefully you stayed. For how long is this? About over 30 minutes long.
It's quite a long time.
Okay.
This is originally going to be 10 minutes.
10 minutes, but you know,
Wait, 10
oh, that's
minutes.
actually pretty good. We have to do it again. Come on.
We gotta do it again?
Hurry up.
All right.
Okay. All right. So have a great evening.
Goodbye.